Who's come through, Queen? Welcome to Tuesday. Still early in the week. Um, let's see. I'll be lurking. Oh, cool. Hey, I'm. What was the pink syrup thing? Something about the gifted program and pink syrup. Because Cage Reality was part of that as well, and he has the same belief that the gifted programs were secret testing programs for government. He's Canadian though. And so I've had that conversation before. And I think he talked about some kind of syrup or vitamin or toothpaste. I don't know. I remember we had this conversation. So anyway, I was interested in knowing more about that. I was in the gifted programs too, but I was probably the weirdest experience in the whole program. I was more weird than any of the weird experiences I could have had from them. Which is good. That means they were doing their job because they were designed for the weird kids like me. So yeah, there's that. Also other news, big news for me at least, and for the channel. I will be starting a new job later this week. So that's exciting for me, but it means I'm not going to be able to keep the same consistent schedule of 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific every day. It's going to start shifting around. So today and tomorrow we'll do this time. But starting Thursday and Friday, I think I'm going to have to switch to morning coffee on those days. And then we'll just wing it from there. Like I'll still be out every day. I just won't be at the same time every day. We'll live through it. We've had to adjust before. I had a job for a whole year last year. Oh, let me get a brain teaser too from Charlie. 1 second. I'll get a brain teaser and I'll get a prompt. Let me get a brain teaser too. All righty. Okay. It's thinking. Usually it just spits them out. Why is it taking so long to think of a brain teaser? I wonder if it's stuck. Okay, here we go. No, that one's too similar to yesterday. It's cooking, folks. Any second now. Oh, okay. This one sounds very interesting. Here you go, the brain teaser for today. A prisoner is told, "You may say one sentence. If it is true, we will hang you. If it is false, we will shoot you. What can the prisoner say to save himself?" Probably something like, "You will shoot me," because then they have to hang him, which will make it false, which means they have to shoot him, which means it will make it true, which means they have to hang him. So you say, not laws. I would love a link or a source on that. But even so, that's not what I'm hearing. Hello, and then I don't know if that would save him. Oh, like because it's neither true or false. I'd be saying, please don't kill me. But then I could say, please don't shoot me, which neither one would be true or false because it's not a declarative. Then maybe they'll hang me. Or if I say, please don't hang me, so I have to say, please don't kill me. But none of that would work because those are not true or false sentences. So I'd be wasting a sentence. Nalaz, I'm not even halfway paying attention to what you're talking about. So you'll have to do something to get me more hooked, or just send me a link. Not a YouTube video link. Oh, and a prompt. Let me pull that up. So anyway, brain teaser. Y'all can chew on that. Okay. Let's see what the robots want us talking about today. Ooh, this is a good one. Especially for Generation X. I find it so funny when I hear 20-something-year-olds on podcast talking about how they're getting old. I'm like twice their age. But it's funny to think that they think that's what old looks like. Ooh, these are two excellent prompts. Here, we'll start with this one. All right. What truth about yourself gets harder to avoid the older you get? That you do notice more the older you get. You notice more, like you become aware more, let's say. And the meaning of what you already know. What you already know takes on more meaning and significance that you didn't realize it had. So both of those things happen as you get older, at least for me. Some of the truths, how much you don't know. Yeah, that was one of them I was going to say, is how there's a little bit of intellectual humility in there that's starting to dawn just a tiny bit when I realize that not only how much I don't know, the limitations of my own knowledge, but how much other people do know, like how much I don't know in relation to other people. And that's difficult for me. But I'm starting to, that's one of the truths that I'm starting to realize, is I'm not as smart as I think I am, which is a very painful truth and an uncomfortable truth. But I think in the long term, it's a healthy truth. Hey, Ricardo, you have the opposite problem of not realizing how dumb you are, because we can help you with that one. I try to every day that you're here. But the other one is how awful. Like my shadow is a lot darker than I thought it was. It's not just like a gray shadow. It's really, I have the potential to be way more awful than I realized, and I have been way more awful than I realized. And so that starts to come into sharper focus as you get older too. Like you start to de-idealize yourself, and you're not this wonderful, great, good person that you imagine yourself to be most of your life. You start to realize you have all these sharp edges um, all of this, not only potential for damage, but actual damage. The shadow that you cast is a lot darker than you thought. So those are two right away that come to mind. I'm dumber than I thought I was, and I'm more, I don't want to say hateful or evil or vicious, but I'm more dangerous, maybe, or potentially, than I thought I was. So sometimes people that are avoiding you, you think for no reason. It might not be for no reason. They might have a reason that you're not aware of. You don't think you're closed-minded? That can't come as a surprise, though. As dogmatic and self-righteous as you are, you can't not be aware of that. Let me self-righteous and dogmatic, but otherwise very intelligent. Let me add that onto it. So there's no way you can't, that can be unfamiliar to you or hard to understand. I don't know if you're aware in your own mind of when you say things, how, like, and this is common from the left, honestly. It's an annoying habit they have of how certain they are about their statement, how much they take it for granted that it's reality. So I always think it's intentional from you, that you're aware that you're doing it, but I'm not sure. Like it's hard to judge from the outside. So that could be something that maybe you're not. Blind spots. That's a good thing to talk about. Our blind spots. What are all the, was it the Johari window? Let me try to pull it up. Hang on one second. It's all the things you know about yourself that everybody else knows. Let me see if this one works. Yeah, this will work. All right, it's this thing. It's called the Johari window. You have this area, which is everything you know about yourself and other people know about you as well. So this is shared knowledge. Everybody knows. It's transparent. Nobody's in the dark about this. You have areas that are known to you but hidden from others, and this is what we have behind the mask. This is what we cover up, or sometimes don't even intentionally give off or let people in on. But you always have a part of yourself that nobody else knows about, but that you know about. Then you have this blind spot, which is all the things other people know about you, but you don't know about yourself. And this is the area I tend to dismiss the most, because I don't trust other people's knowledge of me more than I trust my own knowledge. So I'm very aware of the open area. I try to make it as open as possible because I believe in transparency and I believe that builds trust. So I'm very open about everything about myself as much as I can be. But there are these hidden areas. Some of it is just for YouTube reasons. Some of it is just taste. Some of it is privacy. But there's many reasons that there is this hidden area that I do try to keep out of the open area. But the blind spot is, I guess that's what I was talking about earlier too, about all the things you start to realize and that you don't know everything, and sometimes other people do know more than you. And then you have this unknown area, which not only do you not know, but nobody else knows. This is the black box, the surprise. Like you never know what's going to come out of somebody, and they might not even be like see it coming themselves. So you always have this little unknown void that anything can come out of. But the three main areas are the ones that either you know, other people know, or both. Okay, hang on. Let's see. Sometimes it's genetics, psychology, sociology, paternal influences, and our maternal environment. But yeah, all of that. True ignorance or innocence of reality. RW says irrational nonsense. And I don't know if he's talking about me or not laws. Possibly not laws, because I'm trying to figure out what he's saying too. Oh, I'm sorry. History of Tom. Form. Is that form? So yeah, blind spots. One blind spot I've always had in that category, and I've admitted it, is I have no idea how I come across to other people. Like some people can sense or become aware of how they're coming across to others, and then they can adjust. I have no ability to do that. I have no clue how I'm coming across. One reason is because I come across to different people in different ways. So it can't just be all something about me. Another one is the future. I'm very future blind. I have no concept of future. I can barely plan out tomorrow or next week as far as sketch out what's likely to happen. That's why it's very hard for me to make long-term plans. It's just a big blank space. So there's things like that that I know about myself that other people probably wouldn't know unless I told them. So the idea that they can know things that I don't know about myself is I'm very resistant to. But I'm not saying I'm not open to the possibility that it's true, because people have told me things or tried very hard to tell me things about myself just from watching this channel and seeing me on here, that I knew in the back of my mind was probably true, but I had to see for myself. That's another thing about me. I don't know if it's a bad habit or a good habit, but even if somebody's right about something, I still have to see it for myself. I have to experience for myself for me to really learn it and it to set in. And then I'll be like, oh, that's what they were trying to tell me. That's what they were talking about. Hey, African, what's up? I'm hearing like fireworks or firecrackers. Maybe it's a celebration holiday. So, but I don't know if that helps your problem of being aware of yourself, like your blind spots. Next time you point it out, next time you type something like that, I will try to remember to like flag it and call attention to it. You're in London? Oh man. Wait, hang on. You're in London at a Chinese dinner, like in a restaurant, and you're on your phone? Ooh. Narcissists can be not, I'm not saying not is, but narcissists can be boring once you know their pattern, because they're very pattern driven, like also very predictable once you know their pattern. I can't be with narcissists are very attractive in the beginning. There's that fire and that heat, but they for me they become very boring very quickly once I notice the dynamic, because I know what to expect from it, and you rarely get anything beyond that, beyond what you already know to predict. So anyway, I hope all this helps. Not loss. We'll try to. Narcissistic collapse is something I feel like we can pride ourselves on here. Both provoking and recovering from. Besides narcissism, A is a spectrum that we're all on somewhere. And because we didn't come into this world like completely selfless, we started as a self, like only us, only aware of our own self. And um, what are you gonna do? Like if it's this fixed quality about you, what do you do about it? That's like trying to change your hair color or eye color or skin color. If that's just the part of you and that's where it's set at, there's probably a little window where you can modify a bit of it. For some people, I think. For certain people, I've seen you be very empathetic. But I don't think for everyone or every type. Particularly once they make over a certain amount of money, which is another thing I see common from the left, is if you make over a certain amount of money and you suddenly have this arbitrary numerical figure attached to you, then that empathy drops, it plummets, and they get treated very differently. Just on that fact alone. So they're not very good at humanizing people as individuals. It's category based, it's group thinking based, and anybody can shift groups at any time, and then it changes the way you get treated. Oh God, I don't think I'd have a channel if I didn't entertain idiots or have the ability to, or the interest, the capacity, the actual desire to. I love entertaining idiots. Sometimes that's all there was to do back home, and a lot of times I'm the idiot that's being entertained. Both directions. I'm usually entertaining somebody else as their idiot, and or they're entertaining me just as much, or I'm getting entertained by other people's idiocy just as much. So like how much can you complain? We're all each other's idiots at some point, especially on this thing. Oh, hey, Verpal. What's up? Oh, man, I admire you. Hopefully it's temporary. But people like you that get out there and make society happen, y'all are the heroes. I was talking earlier, I just took a part-time job myself. So I'm gonna be here today and tomorrow, and then the streaming schedule is gonna shift slightly. I will still be here every day. It'll just be different times. God, how many hours are you up to? I really hope it's temporary for you and you're able to get back on some kind of footing. And I hope they pay you enough. All right, what else is going on, people? The link should be pinned. Panels open. Oh my God. Well, then it has to be temporary because no human can keep going like that long term. As long as you're safe, I hope you're able to still continue to be safe. Because I know me, when I hit my sleep delirium, I'm barely. I mean, sometimes I wonder how I make it through the day, just in general. But when I get sleep delirium, in fact, when we were growing up, when we were going out to the clubs, sometimes we would purposely stay awake just for the delirium and time it to where it would kick in when the club started, like 11 o'clock at night. And then we'd stay up all night at the club giggling. Everything was funny. We would just giggle at everything. We were so silly. But we could barely function. We couldn't drive, definitely couldn't drive. Yeah, goofy. Very goofy. I remember my mom came home and my friend was over at my house, like after the bars closed, like 3 in the morning, and she comes in and we're doing puppet shows with the vegetables in the fridge, like the zucchinis, the carrots, the potatoes. Were on her kitchen floor with the vegetables doing puppet shows. Like each vegetable was a character, and we would make it talk, and we would laugh and laugh and laugh. And she walked in on us just doing that in her kitchen. So yeah, stuff like that. Yes. So that's how I know when my sleep is off, which is very rare because I'm usually pretty good about keeping up with my sleep, even when I have a job. Oh, speaking of, okay, not less. I didn't know you were. That might explain some things too. Is that for your shoulder? What happened? Just is it random? Like just the way you move? I've done that with my back before. And one time when I was in junior high school, I don't know if y'all know what a crick is in your neck. I woke up with one and I had to go to school with it. I could not get my neck out of this position. And it stayed like that for like 2 days. And um it hurt. Like anytime you tried to move your neck any other kind of way, it would hurt so bad. And so I was walking around at school like this for 2 days. Everybody made fun of me. It was the same kids that were already making fun of me. So it like gave them extra reason to target me those 2 days. Your coworker whacked you. Why? Oh, for sleeping. That sounds dangerous. If it involves hard hats and you're dozing off, that sounds very, very dangerous. But also a sign that it's dangerous on them to schedule you with not enough time to sleep. Well, maybe God is punishing you for something. That's what they would say growing up. If something bad happened to you randomly, they're very superstitious. They would say, well, maybe God is punishing you. And then you'd have to think back in your mind, let's see, did I do something that God would send a pulled muscle to punish me for? I imagine so. Did you have your hat on? Maybe that's why they make you wear hard hats for your coworkers. Protection from coworkers. What Southern people? I didn't hear about that. I feel like I would know these people because we ran around barefoot all the time. And the only thing we had to worry about was, is it hookworms or pinworms? It's the one you get from the cats or and like the pets run around in the grass and then bring them indoors or in the litter box or something. But there's some little worm you could catch in your feet. That's the only thing we ever had to worry about. And the sticker, the sticky boot, they had these little tiny, you could hardly see them. They were flat, they were on the ground, and they were sticker briars, little small briars, and they would stick into your skin. And so if you happen to step barefoot in a patch of those, but that's the main things to watch out for. Then they also had the cockaburls, but you could see those. Those were taller, and they would mainly stick to your clothes. In fact, we would collect them and put them on each other's clothes for fun. They were like Velcro. I mean, we had the typical diseases that you get as a kid. We had our vaccinations. We had chicken pox. I think we all caught the chicken pox. I don't know if we had measles or mumps or anything like that. We really didn't have a lot of disease. Chicken pox was the worst, and I caught that. I was in junior high when that kicked in. Ooh, I hated that one. I've also had my first case of shingles a few years ago, which is the same virus that reactivates again with age. That's another thing you learn as you get older is the body, the limit, like all as amazing as the human body is, the limitations that come with it. And it can only go for so long. And body parts can only do the same function for so long before they start to experience entropy and wear and tear. And you start to become aware of all of that. I don't remember the chicken pox. Well, I kind of do. I more remember all the little pimples everywhere, including there. I wasn't so much focused on texture at that point. Wait, clever growing. Oh, clevers? I don't know what that is. And I don't know if the people in the South remember, we used because I tried to Google for it and I can't find it. We used to call it rabbit grass, and it was real sticky. It would come in long chains and it had these real fuzzy leaves that were like textured, and it would stick onto everything. And you could make chains with it. You could chain it together, and we'd make big long necklaces and bracelets, all kind of stuff. And I can't find a picture of it today because when I Google rabbit grass, I get something completely different. So I don't know what to call it. That's the only thing I know it as is rabbit grass. Sticky grass, is that what it was called? Maybe it is this cleavers. Maybe that is it. Kind of is, but yeah. That looks like it. Especially this. And you could chain each one together, just stick the ends together. They would just stick onto each other. And you can make them as big as you wanted. But we would call it rabbit grass. But yeah, that's what it looked like, is this stuff. This. Sticky weed. Is that the cleavers? Because I remember it as a weed. Like nobody grew it on purpose, but it was everywhere. You could always find rabbit grass. They also had these clovers that we used to eat. They weren't the we had like the fuzzy white clover, but that wasn't the edible kind. They had this purple, it made a purple flower. Like just a regular flower, not fuzzy. And you could chew the stalks, and it was real tangy. It had this juice in it. It was very tangy. And we were always chewing this clover stalk to get that tang. It was like Sour Patch Kid. And I can't remember what that clover is called either. There was so much to eat. It was like arch. It was like Eden. It truly was. There's so much that grew wild. Hey, Eddie, what's up? For us to munch on. put in our mouths or taste or savor. Just anywhere you went, there was probably something you could grab and put in your mouth. What's up? How you been? I'm just hanging out, hoping to rustle up the panel. And then I'll be out tomorrow, same time. And then after that, it's going to kind of be day by day. It's going to switch to morning coffee for a few days. Okay, I'm going to look it up. Cleavers. Oh, okay. It's very green. Oh, we still have our brain teaser. I totally forgot to solve about the prisoner. He can say one sentence. If it's true, they'll hang him. If it's false, they will shoot him. What can he say to save himself? And I was saying that he should say that you will shoot me. Because then if they shoot him, that makes it true, which means they should have hung him. But then that would make it false, which means they need to shoot him, and it puts him in a paradox loop. I mean, I have to think he's a goner anyway, but we'll see what the answer is. Hang on. And then we will get to our guest. All right, answer. Everybody, let's welcome.
Going on?
Hey, how you doing? I love that background.
Thank you.
Did you make it?
Well, I found it.
Oh, I love that. That color. Wow. What's up?
Not a whole lot. How you doing, bro?
I'm pretty good.
Hanging in there?
Yeah. Oh, it looks like you have 2 channels now. Well, the thing is podcast.
Yeah, I got 2 channels now.
Oh, okay.
The podcast hasn't started yet. It will be soon.
Are you streaming today?
No, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Okay.
The podcast is going to be separate from the mental health channel. So.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be 2 different contents.
Yeah. I'm branching. So.
Wow. What's the podcast going to be about?
It's going to be about movies, video games, card games, like Magic the Gathering, Union Arena, video games, action, horror, comedy, drama, movies. We're just going to music. We're just going to touch all genres, and discuss and break them down and give our opinion of the movie or give our opinion of the music as consumers.
Oh yeah. Is it going to be you and other people?
Yeah.
That's
I got 3
really cool.
so far.
Wow.
And they're not going to be live stream. I'm going to live stream once a week, talking about wrestling on the podcast. But we're going to drop pre-recorded videos on multiple platforms. And our podcast is going to be on all platforms. Where you hear podcasts, that's where we will be. So,
do you use a service to stream them out to the platform?
That's what I'm looking into. So, I'm looking to get working on a logo right now, and then I'm gonna trademark the logo.
Nice.
And then it's gonna be an LLC. The podcast will be.
Oh, is it going to be called Well the Thing Is, or something else?
It's gonna be called Well the Thing Is Podcast.
Okay.
So I'll probably break it down to acronyms, WTTI podcast. But it'll stand for what it means. Well, the thing is, because the thing is a phrase. It's a saying. You know what I'm saying? Like
I recognized you right away when you came in the back, and I saw WTT. I said, "Oh, that's Eddie."
But when you're in conversation with people, it could be a phrase that's used frequently. Well, the thing is, and you continue on.
Yeah.
Instead of saying "but," because when you say "but" to somebody, you're having a conversation, and that person says "but," everything you just said make just null and void.
You think so?
Yeah, they're disregarding what you just said. But if I say, well, the thing is, I'm not disregarding what you just said. I understand what you just said, but I'm going to add on to it.
You're going to add the thing on.
I'm going to add the thing.
Here's the
thing is.
I acknowledge what you just said, but here's the thing. And this is it.
Yes. So I'm not disregarding what you're saying. I'm acknowledging it. But the thing is, without putting "but," I'd say "well." If that makes sense.
Yeah, it kind of does. It's very subtle, but for people that respond to that, it does. I would probably not even notice. I'd probably say "but" all the time and negate
and
everybody.
not realize.
Yeah, and probably don't not even care. Because it shouldn't matter if I negate what they just said. If they believe enough in it, then me saying "but" shouldn't be enough to negate all of that for them. So in a way, it's a way of like pressure testing their own beliefs.
Let's say in a debate, right? In a debate, like if we were debating, the whole point of a debate is to get you to believe what I'm saying.
It's to crush your opponent's balls.
Well, the thing is, you got a point there, is to crush your opponent. But sometimes your opponent could be spitting out facts. Okay? And I'm over here in my feelings. And then I'd say "but." And then when I say "but," I'm like, F your facts. I don't care about your facts. Your facts don't, you know what I'm saying?
Nobody cares about facts.
No, they don't. They care about their feelings. Oh my God, you're hurting my feelings. I'm going to go in the corner now and cry.
Yeah, feelings are very important to a lot of people.
So, I respect people's feelings, but my facts are more important to me. And sometimes facts hurt my feelings, but it is what it is.
And feelings are not facts.
Correct.
Yeah, not lost. Eddie does, and me too. This is technically a mental health channel, believe it or not. And I think 9 out of 9 users would agree.
But see, not Lowe's, not. Yes, I run a mental health channel. When it comes to certain topics, feelings don't matter when it comes to certain topics.
It is verbal, pretty much within YouTube.
Jeff's a good dude. I like Jeff. If I didn't
I
think
like
this place was safe, I wouldn't come here.
that's true, Ed, because Eddie he doesn't run in all those drama circles. I'm trying to find the healthy part of YouTube. I'm trying to be the healthy part, but I'm also trying to find the other healthy part and then hook up and make like a little island of healthiness, an archipelago of health in the midst of all this. But also, we were talking earlier. Here, you can answer this question because it's forces you to look at your own unhealth in the process.
He's
Where's
got a
the
point
question?
there. I like what he just said. I like what Noltz just said.
Don't tell him that. No, we don't feed him. Look, what truth about yourself gets harder to avoid the older you get? Do you find yourself having to face some very painful truths as you get older about yourself or your awareness of yourself?
You're not as strong as you used to be. You got to
Yeah,
accept
that
that.
is hard. Well, how other than eventually reality forces you
Your
to?
body.
Is there a way to like mentally start preparing yourself for it?
No, there isn't. My dad is still built like a brick shit house, but he's got to realize he can't lift what he used to lift. Like my dad doesn't look like a 70-year-old man. He looks younger. Okay. He does. You know how 70-year-old men look like 70, 80-year-old men look like real skinny and frail, right?
Yikes.
He's a burly dude, man. He's a burly dude. My dad, if he used to have 23-inch arms, 23.5-inch biceps. My
Wow.
dad is big.
Is that your Viking side?
Yeah. My dad ain't good as he once was, but lo and behold, he don't back down from nobody. He knows he ain't got it like he used to, but he ain't afraid of nobody.
Yeah, no. If I was
If
big,
you met my dad, you'd be like, "You're 70?"
I ain't afraid. I'm not afraid of him either, though.
No, I don't expect.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I just don't have the arms to match it. Oh, take care, RW. Oh, RW, did you hear my thing about the pink syrup? I'm still interested in pursuing that. So, have a good day. Talk to you later. Mine are I don't have a tape measure. Mine are probably 6. You measured this around?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I could get like a 6-inch ruler wrapped around there. Okay, cool. Thanks. Because Caged Reality and I were talking about that a few times too. He's part of that same belief. He's experienced some of those programs. Well, what do you have a topic tomorrow?
Not yet. When I wake up, it'll come
You
to my
just
mind.
kind of like pick whatever comes to you that day.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like
That was
yesterday,
fresh.
the first half was text messaging and mental health. And what I mean by that is the way you communicate in words. Like, I can send you a message, we need to talk. Those exact words, just like that. We need to talk. You could take what I just said to you so many different ways, right? You can take that so many different ways. You can take it as like, oh shit, what did I do wrong? Or oh shit, what's he going through? And then
I take it as we need to talk. Like, oh, what's the gossip? Ooh, what's up? What's
but
going on? Tell me.
everybody takes it differently. Now, if I were to come back and be like, yo, Jeff, bro, when you get a chance, we need to reconnect. All right, bro. Same way, but said differently.
It's the when you get a chance thing that's throwing me off because it makes it seem less urgent.
Correct.
Like maybe not even serious, maybe just like part of a.
It's the way you communicate. When you
stock
communicate
greeting.
with somebody, if it's not urgent, don't make it sound urgent. Because if you're making it sound urgent, it makes it sound like something serious is happening. You know. And I was just so because I'm not gonna text my friend, a guy friend this because this so one of my subscribers said, hey, you should talk about text messaging and mental health, like trauma, PTSD, anxiety, the brain, how the brain operates with words. So then she said, we need to talk. Versus, hey, love, we need to talk when you got a minute, smiley face. Right? Okay. So you got those two. They mean the same thing, but they don't. They both say we need to talk.
Because of the vibe stuff.
Yes. You're adding the vibe to it that makes it less drama, less negative thought. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I know what you say. That's all the stuff I'm bad at that I keep running into because like people that know how to do what you're saying are able to avoid it.
Or when somebody
So
asks how you
it's a
doing,
real thing. Not all of us know how to do it though.
like you got fine, the word fine, 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 and you like say for example, right? You ask me if I could do something, and I say no, I can't at the moment. You could come at me and say fine, and I'm gonna take you like, what the fuck, man? I just explained to you why I couldn't do it, and you're coming at me with fine. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, just the word fine.
Yeah, the word fine can have so many different meanings, especially with somebody that struggles with mental health issues.
Yeah, but that's it's still on them. It's not on the person. Like there's
That's
no way to
why.
predict how they're gonna make it mean.
That's why if you break it down and you say, hey, certain people can take certain sayings the wrong way, and you not realize it.
Because then you walk on eggshells around them.
I would. You got a point there. You do have a point there. Yes.
Which in my experience makes it like they pick up on that. They know when you're not being directed up front, and then it changes the dynamic. So in order to like keep that trust and that direct communication, I would be more inclined to just say it, however, and not try to walk around their touchiness.
Yeah.
But that's also a very specific setting too. But I think more than anything, it's an awareness problem. It just I simply can't predict what somebody's triggers or tripwires are going to be.
No, that's
And
why.
people set mine off all the time too. And I think just communicating about it in the moment when it happens
Would fix it.
That's what I find works the best for me.
When somebody does something that offends you, do you say something to them right then and there?
It depends on what it is, who the person is. Usually I do, especially if it happens on stream, because I like to keep reinforcing certain
Okay.
things. So usually I attempt my instinct is to just communicate about it. But sometimes if it's like too much of one, I might have to remove myself. I might have to recover a bit. It could be a day or a few days. So it just depends on what the specific event is.
Yeah.
But also I'm getting better at shortening that window. So no matter what it is, it's probably a shorter time now than it would have been maybe 10 years ago. So that some of that can be learned.
Yep.
What do you do? How do you handle it?
I'd say how I feel, just like you do.
Because you know, to me in the conversation, you notice it right away because it changes the
The tone of the
conversation, the
room.
dynamic, the flow. And so the minute that happens, that's where the focus shifts for me.
Yep. All right, take care, Bert. So,
All right, Eddie. Good chat. Good talking. Good luck with podcast.
oh yeah,
Look forward.
thank you for having me up, Jeff. So,
Yeah, thanks for coming up.
oh yeah, I don't get up here quite often, frequently, because I'm busy a lot. Not really.
How is your healing? You had that you're recovering
Bone's
for a
still
while.
healing.
Oh,
It's still cracked, but it's not broken.
is the
So
pain less?
yeah.
Okay. Well, good.
So all right, bro.
All right. Take care.
Everybody chat.
See you
Peace.
around. Peace. All right. Well, that's a good chat with Eddie. All right. I'll keep the panel going a few more minutes in case anybody wants to pop up. Otherwise, that's probably it for me for today. Oh, and I don't know if y'all got the news from earlier, but I'm starting a new job this week. And so the streaming schedule is going to shift around a bit. I'll be out tomorrow, 3 p.m. East Coast, noon West. But then after that, it's going to go to morning coffee for a little while, and then we'll go from there. So I may start trying to do more evening streams too to make up for it. So we'll see what happens tonight. If there's a certain topic you want to hear about or talk about or hear us touch on, drop it in the comments, put it in the chat, send it to me on Discord, and I want to hear from you. Talk about things that are of interest to you. Okay, let's see. Oh, the brain teaser answer. It was exactly what I said. You will shoot me. So if the prisoner says, if you're ever in this situation, of being told that if your statement is true, they will hang you, or false, they will shoot you, then say, you will shoot me. Because then it becomes true if they actually shoot you, which means the statement's false, which means they have to hang you. So it sets up this paradox loop thing they get caught in, and it jams their execution, literally. All right. Hey, Daniel Barry, what's up? Oh, Beeg, oh, damn it. I did it for you too. I just gave away the answer. It was obvious. I got it right away. It was not a hard one today. So I'll pull out another one tomorrow. And then we did a prompt about like what are the hard truths you begin to discover as you age. There's a lot of them. And if you I don't want to say struggle with subjectivity, because I think in some sense it's all subjectivity for everybody. But if you wrestle with ultra subjectivity and the highly subjective, and like figuring out what's shared by you and what's unique to you, it starts to add more complexity to that, because the more you learn, like those truths, those hard truths, whatever they are, you start to doubt existing truths, but also you start to doubt those truths. And then it adds more and more to the sense of, how do I know what's real? Because the more there is to know, the more experience there's to draw on, the more the data set, the larger the data set, the more there is to organize. And that model gets like expanded or tested every time as the years go on. So that one of my answers was that your intellectual limitations or cognitive limitations, but I think it comes down to the limitations of your model that you've built up over life. The more and more that gets tested, as you, not only as you age, but as you gain more experience with different random diverse things, the model itself, you learn, was never perfect. And so sometimes if you like struggle, if you have an ego big like mine, that can cause a lot of hardness. It can make the truth hard. But ultimately, reality wins out no matter what. So if your model's off, you're not going to argue reality into your model. It's going to be the other way around. So at some point, you're going to either make the shift or not. But you're the only one that stands to suffer. Hopefully. All right. I guess that's all I got today. Like I said, I'll be out tomorrow. Same time. Also, tomorrow's our game night, tomorrow evening. So I'll be around for that too. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. And oops. See you tomorrow. Take care.